We all want to hit the beach feeling confident and looking shredded as our favorite anime characters. But when summer comes, a classic villain for every gym bro approaches: vacation. New foods, crazy routines, bottomless drinks. You've been grinding super hard for your gains, and if you're not careful, in about 1 week's time, you can go from looking like Toji to Majin Buu. So we all know when you want to lose fat and keep it off, it's all about diet, and on vacation, the difficulty slider slides up to a whole new level. The good news, you absolutely can enjoy your vacation and still look just as strong or shredded as you did when you left. So here are the 4 hacks that I've learned in my past 10 years of being a gym bro on how to stay shredded on vacation and maybe even come back even more shredded. You can even actually integrate some of these tips into your everyday life if you want to create a fitness lifestyle that you want to follow forever. So to start with hack number 1, we're going to start off strong. So I want you to imagine how a lot of anime fights go, especially in Dragon Ball. The fighters start off the fight kind of just messing around, throwing piddly punches, and really not amounting to anything. It's not until the end of the fight where characters actually start giving it their all, which is the good part that we love anime for and we so anxiously wait for. So when you're on vacation, try to think of eating the same way. Early in the day, try not to think about eating and fasting in the morning, just like how a lot of fights start out with not a lot of substance. This means that later in the day, you're gonna have more flexibility and more rooms for the meals that you really want towards lunch and dinner, just like how at the end of a fight is where it really gets good. This way you can go all in on the foods that you love and still not go over your daily calories that spill over into more fat. Also, something that I've noticed for me personally, when I start eating junk food, especially on vacation when I'm out, it leads to me wanting to eat more and more over the day, and pretty soon it starts a snowball effect where I just start craving more and more food and more of this junk, which ultimately makes me feel really full, bloated, and gross, and kind of bogs down the entire vacation. This way, I don't have to mentally restrain myself or kind of think about what I'm gonna eat when on vacation, and I can really just let myself go like Luffy in the Patty Bowl. How long you want to wait is up to you, but in my personal experience, I find that waiting until noon is a great balance between fasting and enjoying your vacation to the fullest. The next step isn't necessarily about eating, but it's just as important when it comes to keeping your hard-earned gains. And that's to try to keep your movement up when you get the chance to. Now, I'm not saying that you should avoid laying at the beach or kicking up on a pool chair or wherever you are. The rest and relaxation might actually be really good for you for recovering from any deep soreness or any sort of muscle damage from your training. However, chances are that you're vacationing somewhere cool or beautiful or just have a lot of tourist attractions. So try walking around and staying active whenever you can. Just look at Luffy when he gets to a new island. Absolutely nothing can stop him from running around and exploring, and try to go at it with the same mentality. So enjoy the woods, the city, take a nice long walk on the beach, or when your fasting's done, go to a restaurant that's in walking distance to get some nice steps in, and will also help you digest your food after, not making you feel all gross and bloaty if you really go all in. A great example of this is recently my wife and I went to a trip to Clearwater, Florida, and she found this coffee place that she absolutely adored. She's a huge coffee freak, and it was about a 10-minute walk to go get there. So once we got back, I already had about 3,000 steps under my belt, and the day hadn't even gotten started. Which little walks like this can slowly build up over the day and really help you keep your gains. So now you waited to the second half of the day and you've walked to an amazing looking restaurant and just sat down. Now, this is where the fun really starts, but what should you get? So here's how you stay shredded while still eating what you want. All you need to do is start by eating protein first. So I know protein can sound boring because most people think of plain chicken breast or boring protein shakes, but in all reality, high protein meals can taste freaking amazing. Lobster, steak, Luffy's meat stick, please put it all in my mouth. Living in Minnesota, I don't really get the opportunity to try a lot of fresh seafood. I had no idea that when people say fresh seafood, the fresh actually wasn't just a marketing term. So I got to try snapper, grouper, and a bunch of other amazing protein-packed seafood that I really enjoyed trying and still tasted incredible. Protein keeps you full, protects your muscle, and protects you from any indulgences that you might want to binge later in the day. So prioritize getting at least some protein first with every single meal, and you're going to be amazed how easy it is to stay lean without counting any macros. And then from there, you can honestly just kind of have whatever you want. Just don't go too crazy, obviously. Plus, protein is super slow to digest, which is going to really help with the next hack. Let's have a real talk. I'm not saying that you shouldn't drink on vacation. I, for one, love to throw a couple back and have a lot of fun. And recently, I may have had a little too much at a friend's bachelor party, but if you're throwing Zoro level rounds back every single night, you're not only going to feel it in your head, but eventually you're going to start feeling it on your gut too. Just take a look at the calorie contents for some of the most popular vacation drinks. One frozen margarita can be up to 750 calories, a Long Island iced tea can be upwards of 800, Mai Tai 600, Pina Colada 650. With calorie levels like that, not even Sung Jin Woo can burn a couple of those off even after a 4-hour punishment run. So keep in mind that a standard shot of alcohol with nothing extra sweet to help make it taste a little bit better can be rounded up to about 100 calories per shot, which can add up extremely quickly. So what's the fix without overdoing it, but still letting loose and having the fun that you should be having on vacation? So it's pretty simple. Choose options that are lighter and don't really mix in anything extra like sugar to try to make it taste better. Things like light beers, liquors with 0-calorie mixes like diet sodas, and seltzers are personally my go-to. Also, just to note, tequila is the healthiest alcohol out there if you want to take that into account. But don't let too many empty liquid calories sabotage your progress for any extra alcohol that you're really not going to start enjoying anymore once you get a couple down. Plus, if you go overboard, your vacation might be ruined by staying in bed all day just because your head hurts a little bit too much from being hungover. You're not going to magically recover out of the blue like Zaro can, so if you want to look your best on the beach during vacation, you probably don't want to walk around with chicken legs, so click on this video right here where you can learn how to get anime level quads in less than 5 minutes.